Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte YouTube channel. We are a leading criminal defense law firm in Illinois and Missouri, with over 600 perfect reviews and a long history of client satisfaction, criminal case dismissals, charge reductions, and victories. Our firm has created these audio articles to help protect your freedom, reputation, and rights. If we are hired for your case, we will not give up until you receive fair justice. Child Endangerment Lawyer in Chicago, Illinois. Charged with child endangerment in Chicago, Illinois? These cases involve endangering the life or health of a child under 18. These cases can severely affect your family and your reputation, so it is important that you act quickly and retain experienced Chicago criminal defense. With more than 80 years of combined legal experience and having successfully handled over 10,000 cases, Combs Waterkotte is the Chicago child endangerment lawyer you want in your corner. To immediately protect your rights and for guidance through a DCFS investigation, call our Chicago child endangerment lawyers today at 312-500-HELP or contact us online for a free consultation. What is a child endangerment charge in Chicago, Illinois? Child endangerment is usually a Class A misdemeanor, and it involves willfully causing or permitting the endangerment of a child's life/health, such as by placing them in a dangerous situation. You could be charged with this offense if you allegedly left a child unattended, or if you left a child with someone under the age of 14. Other examples of child endangerment include driving under the influence with a child passenger, drug use or possession in front of a child, leaving a child alone in a vehicle for over 10 minutes, failing to protect a child from an abusive environment. How child endangerment cases usually begin in Chicago. In child endangerment cases in Chicago, it is not uncommon for a teacher, doctor, or neighbor to make a report. In these situations, a worker will have to decide whether the legal criteria is met for abuse, neglect. Another way these cases begin is when law enforcement gets involved with incidents such as DUIs with children passengers, children left unattended in a vehicle, or a domestic violence situation. After a report has been made or police intervene after an incident, the following takes place. A DCFS investigation is conducted. A child may be temporarily removed from his home. If credible evidence is found, investigators label the case as indicated, which can lead to criminal charges. How DCFS handles Chicago child endangerment investigations. Once a child protection investigator, CPI, is assigned to the case, they will try to see the child within 24 hours to assess immediate safety issues. The child will remain at home if no immediate danger is assessed, or he can be ordered to stay with a relative temporarily. This is known as a safety plan, or be removed from his home. After this, the full investigation takes place, where the CPI interviews the child, parent/caregivers, alleged perpetrator, and any witnesses, visits the home and checks living conditions, reviews medical records or school info, coordinates with police if a crime is involved. What you say to DCFS can be shared with police. The DCFS investigation will take place for up to 60 days and can be extended for 30 more days if necessary. After the investigation is over, if an indicated finding is made, this means credible evidence of abuse or neglect was found. You can be placed on the State Central Register, which will impact your employment and volunteer opportunities moving forward. You are able to request a hearing before an administrative judge within 90 days to appeal an indicated finding. Common mistakes to avoid during a Chicago child endangerment investigation. How you respond in the first 24 to 72 hours of a Chicago child endangerment investigation has the potential to significantly impact the investigation's findings. Common mistakes people make during Chicago child endangerment investigations include misunderstanding how DCFS works, assuming cooperation guarantees a good outcome, assuming the investigation will close in 60 days, assuming DCFS and criminal cases are separate, cooperation mistakes, too much or too little, refusing all cooperation, giving consent for everything, communication, mistakes that can hurt your case, speaking to investigators without an attorney present, talking to others/posting about the case, mistakes that escalate the investigation, violating the safety plan for the child, speaking about the case with the alleged victim or witnesses, failing to protect yourself during the process, failing to document the investigation, waiting too long to obtain legal representation, your rights during a Chicago child endangerment investigation. When the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS, is investigating you for child endangerment, you need to make sure your rights remain protected. You have the following rights during a Chicago child endangerment investigation. Your rights when dealing with DCFS investigators. You have the right to refuse entry. You can deny DCFS entry unless they have a warrant, court order, or they claim immediate danger to the child. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to legal counsel. Make sure you have an attorney with you during any interviews. You have the right to decline DCFS interviewing your child at home. They may still attempt to interview your child at school, however, but your child has the right to a trusted adult present at the interviews. Your right to be informed. You have the right to notice. The allegations must be explained to you within 10 days of the report being made. You have the right to information. You can receive a copy of the investigation file. Your rights to defend yourself. You have the right to present evidence. You have the right to provide witness testimony and collateral contacts, which are people who will support your case. Additional legal protections in certain situations. You have rights as a professional. If you work with children, you may have DuPage protections for your career. Your rights after an investigation. You have the right to appeal an indicated finding. You have 60 days to request an appeal. You have the right to an administrative hearing. This is with a neutral administrative law judge where you can present evidence that may result in the finding being overturned. The importance of early legal intervention in a Chicago child endangerment case. If you are being investigated for child endangerment, you should know that the early stages of your case are critical. When you take early legal action, you are able to protect your parental rights throughout the investigation. Reduce the risk of immediate child removal by DCFS. Preserve important evidence early. Develop a proactive defense strategy. Ensure your side of the story is clearly presented from the start. Challenge or respond effectively to allegations that could lead to an indicated finding. Prepare for potential criminal implications. Mitigate the risk of more serious charges. Penalties for child endangerment in Chicago. Child endangerment is a Class A misdemeanor in Illinois for first-time offenders. If you are convicted of this offense, you can expect to face the following penalties: up to 364 days in jail, $2,500 in fines. For a subsequent child endangerment offense, you are facing a Class 3 felony which comes with the following penalties: 2 to 10 years in prison, up to $25,000 in fines. If the endangerment caused the death of a child, this is a Class 3 felony which will also result in 2 to 10 years in prison. Other penalties you can face in a child endangerment case is the removal of your children from your home by DCFS, your name being placed on the state central register, and a permanent criminal record. Combs Waterkotte is a leading criminal defense law firm serving the entire states of Illinois and Missouri. We have offices in St. Louis, Chicago, Kansas City, Clayton, Branson, and Belleville. We look forward to helping you with your criminal defense attorney needs.